the National Party.
Mr Speaker, my question without notice is directed to the Prime Minister. On your previous visit to Indonesia in April 1992, you criticised Australia's national flag and promised Indonesians that you would change it. Prime Minister, will you give the Australian people an assurance that while you are in Indonesia this week, you will not again demean Australia's flag or our national institutions, and that you will stand up for Australians rather than apologise for them? And remember, I sang Advance Australia first before God Save the Queen.
The Honourable Prime Minister.
Yeah. Mr Speaker, did you hear a little right of that question, the embarrassment from the Leader of the National Party, and well may he be embarrassed. Well may he be embarrassed. Up there singing the national anthem of another country, up there singing God Save the Queen at the monarchist dinner, and he's got the temerity to get up and ask me questions about what I might say abroad. Now, Mr Speaker, I'll tell you what I won't say abroad. I won't be arguing that a foreigner should be Australia's head of state. That's what I won't be arguing. As the Leader of the Opposition is arguing, and as you are arguing, and you compounding it by singing the national anthem of Great Britain while you're at it. Now, Mr Speaker, that's what I won't be doing. And I really marvel at the nature of the question from the Leader of the National Party. One of the things which I think is very important in the region nearby Australia is the notion in those countries that Australia is going its own way, that it has now an open, competitive trading economy, that is integrating with the region in terms of investment and in trade, and in the doing of that, the notion that Australia feels its independence is such that there is a debate in this country which warrants a debate about the question which warrants consideration about the Australian head of state. Now, Mr Speaker, I said this on the last occasion there, and if I get asked about it again, I'll say what the government's policy is. I mean, this notion, if you go abroad, you can mention the government's policy at home, but don't mention it abroad. That is, don't go and say that it is the government's policy, the aim of the government's policy, that by the year 2001 Australia becomes a republic with an Australian person as our head of state. That's the government's policy, and I'll say it wherever I think it advances Australia's interests.
The Honourable Member for